Okay, here is the last book haul book video thing for a while, and it is everything that I got for or acquired at Wild and Windy 6. You'll notice that that shelf is empty because that's where it's been living. The first three books are books that I acquired in advance of this event for me to read and to have authors signed. And there are only three books on that list. So I started off very reasonable. The first book on that list, I know y'all are probably sick of seeing it, is Say You Swear by Meagan Brandy. This has come highly recommended by so many people, and it took me a really long time to finish it because she did my boy Noah Riley wrong. So wrong. She did him wrong. She did him dirty. And I could not bear. I didn't know if he was going to get the happily ever after, and I just could not bear to watch that. So this one took me a long time, but I'm very happy to say I finished it, I read it, and it is signed by Miss Meagan Brandy. So going in a special place of honor. The next one was The Veiled Kingdom, and this is available on KU. It's actually where I read it, but I loved it. I loved it so much. It was so unexpected. And you probably have guessed it, it's pink. And so I bought it to be signed by Holly Renee, which I did. So that was another one that I acquired. I know the next one's coming out in July, so I'm really excited. And then Mile High, I got this at the last chapter, and Liz Tomforde signed that. I know. So now I got like these three beautiful things that I bought. So the next two books are ones that came as free books for all attendees, and I'm not going to lie, I did not get them signed. I totally forgot about them, but now they exist. I have Falling for a Rockstar by Michelle Meakin, and I read the first one in this series. Oh my gosh, what was the name of that first one? I'm gonna get there. Oh, The Right Man. Yeah, The Right Man. I read that. This is book like number 7 in that series, so I'm a little behind, I guess. And then Piper Rayne and P. Rayne, they are a writing duo, and they write different genres depending on the name. So I'm excited for this little amuse-bouche of their writing style that they decided to give everyone. The next chunk are books that I pre-ordered, and I only pre-ordered books from 2 authors that I had read and whose books I really wanted on my shelves. Like I said, if things are available on KU, but if they disappeared, I would be really sad. That's when I get them, and then I'll get into what happened. So the first one was The Perfect Fit by Sadie Kincaid. I loved this book. Y'all, I loved it. It was great. Look at her cute little signature. This is such a cute signature. So I pre-ordered this one. So happy that I did. So happy that it's mine now. There's a video from way back when of me talking about that back in dark December. And then, oh, they're not even in, oh no, they are in order. Okay. I know, they shake the table. These are The Lords by Shantel Tessier. I did not realize how thick they would be in real life. I've only read The Ritual, and I've only read it on Kindle, but I'm not mad about it because they're beautiful. And they are all signed by her. So those are the only 2 things that I pre-ordered. Now, for the rest of these books, I want to, again, preface, do not buy books if it is not in your budget. Do not buy books if you're never going to read them and you don't appreciate looking at them. You are still a reader. You are still worth engaging with. Like, this is not how you have to do this. For myself, I gave myself a book buying budget. I brought cash with me to this event, and I said I cannot spend more cash than I have. I decided what number felt right to me, and I will say that I did stay in that budget. I'm very proud of that. So the first book, I don't even know if these are on KU, but I just bought this. This is the giant complete series of Blood Oath by R.L. Caulder. I heard her speak during the Romantasy panel, and I said I have to. I just have to. I loved the way that she spoke. I loved how she talked about it. They are wide shoes, vampire romance. And I don't know what else I need in life. This is everything that I need. It's like even bigger than Court of the Vampire Queen. So I am thrilled. Oh man, I'm going to deep dive into this. I'm going to have to take it a time. It's also a weapon. It's basically a defensive weapon. I then got Blindsided by Amy Daws. I know this is like one in the middle of a series, but it's the one that I read and I loved them. I loved Freya and Mac. And so getting a oh yes, it is. Blood Oath is signed. All of the books that I got are signed. Woohoo! Always bite back. So funny. But Amy Daws, Blindsided, she was so much fun to talk to, just like a hoot and a half. So if you ever get to meet her or go to an event with Amy Daws, like absolutely, she was a blast. Kiss Me Tenderly by Anna B. Doe. I read Kiss Me first, or listen to Kiss Me first. Aiden Snow, beautiful performance. Your voice is delicious, but I don't think that you're 17. Oh, goodness. And this is apparently the kind of link between her two worlds, and so I'm really excited to read this. And then there's another one that you'll probably hear me talk about in the fall. I did get Still Beating. This book ripped my heart out in really one of the most beautiful ways that I've read in a really long time, and I wanted my own copy from Jennifer Hartmann. I really wanted that. If you haven't read this, check your trigger warnings because it's intense, but it was so beautiful. Absolutely. I'm so glad that I had this on my shelf now. And because it was such a moving thing for me, I asked what I needed to read. I don't even know if I asked what I need to read next or if I just saw this at her display and went, well, that's a book that I want on my shelf. This is one of the first things that I acquired. Like these two, I knew that I wanted Still Beating. And then I saw this cover and I went, I think I need that one too. So let me know if you have read The Thorns Remain by Jennifer Hartmann and Shelley St. Clair. So I don't know, but it's beautiful. And then this is where my pink obsession becomes a little too much. I have a copy of The Veiled Kingdom. You saw it. But she had this copy. It's hardcover. I'm never going to read this book because it is a hardcover book, but it is pink. And so I have it now. So I have a pink copy of The Veiled Kingdom. I have 2 copies of The Veiled Kingdom now. I don't know. And then she had this, which is her contemporary series, not her other fantasy series, where the good girls go to die. And it's just really beautiful and shiny. And I kind of regret not buying all 3, but I was being responsible. Next is Archer by Dr. Rebecca Sharp. I enjoyed this book. If you saw that video, this was a fun read. This was an unexpected read for me. I'm going into so many of these books blind. I had no idea, but I really enjoyed it. And I wanted this first one. I know there are a bunch in the series. It is available on KU. So is The Veiled Kingdom. Actually, I have no idea if Amy Daws books are on KU because I'll make a note, but because I listened to the first one on Audible, and I'll check off if this one is as well. But I wanted a copy. I really enjoyed it. And I know the rest of the brothers have theirs. And then you saw this in my last chapter. Oh, no, you didn't see this. The Mile High. I bought the right move. I bought the next one. No. Yes. The next one. She had run out of the other ones to get the matching set, so I couldn't get the matching set, which is fine. I'm okay with it. They're all one book anyway. But I did buy the right move from her, and I think that the cover is just stunning. I love the way that the Chicago skyline looks here. So those are all the books that I bought for, pre-ordered, and then acquired at Wild and Windy 6 here in Chicago. Let me know if you've read any of these. Let me know if you want a little bit more info. And we're done with book hauls for a while. We're done.